To Advocates for Justice Paralegal School. We provide the tools, you do the work. I'm Coach Neighbors, and if you're watching this video, you're probably facing foreclosure and you figured out that you need to take action yourself. And if that's you, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to review the first steps that you must take when you get in my program to stop the foreclosure process. First, you must figure out if you're facing judicial or non-judicial foreclosure. Judicial foreclosures, they serve you a petition or a summons, and you have to sign for it. You have 21 days to respond, and then they get a chance to reply, and then you go into court. In a non-judicial foreclosure, they mail you a notice of default letter saying that you owe all this money, plus a bunch of extra steal your hope fees, attorney fees, and if you don't pay all of the fees and the steal your hope money and the attorney fees, and usually it's 30 days, then they're going to sell your house at the auction. That's a non-judicial foreclosure. We have lawsuit packages for both, and we also have a lawsuit package that you can use for either judicial or non-judicial. So it just depends on how you want to go. Now, what I need you guys to do is go to my website at winincourtnow.com, and I post the address to my website at the end of all of my videos. So if you go to winincourtnow.com and review your options, you'll get a chance to see what options you have and the value those options are going to bring to the table for you. But before you make an investment, please go to my YouTube channel and check out the instructional video for the lawsuit package that you're looking at. Now, I'm going to let you know the quickest way to find the instructional videos is to go to my YouTube channel and search in the search bar instructional video playlist. On YouTube, all my 300 and something videos are divided into different playlists. So the instructional video playlist is what you need to search for. And when you find that playlist, then you will match the title in that playlist with the title of the package that you invested in. Now, all of the other videos on the channel that are not inside the instructional video playlist are training videos. And I have people get those videos mixed up. They call me and ask me questions that are covered in the instructional video. And when I asked them if they watched the instructional video, they say, yeah, I've been watching videos all night. No, those aren't the instructional videos. The instructional videos, I open up the package, I show you the document, at least the front page of the document and the package, and I let you know what you need to know when you're going down to file it and how they're going to try and give you a bunch of crap and the whole 9 yards. So it's very important that you watch the instructional video. And I have this system structured so you can watch the instructional video before you make your investment. And this will give you opportunity to see what you have to do and whether or not you think you can do it. Because my program is not for everybody. No one gets their hand held around here. So I'm just saying, you need to review the instructional video a couple of times. And it's important to do these things before you contact me, before you call me, before you email me. And please remember, I'll be coaching you on using my program. And I can't help you until you get my artillery. So that's how this goes. If you call me before you get in the program or whatever, our conversation is going to be pretty short and will not have a lot of value if you're not in the program, because we're going to be talking about what happened to you and what you've been through. And none of that is what we use going forward. So we don't need to discuss any of that. What we needed to talk about if you have questions or any questions that are not covered in the instructional video. That's what we need to talk about. And most of the focus in this program is going to be on the stuff that they were doing wrong, not on the lies they're saying about you. Now, I'm not trying to rush anybody because, like I said, my program is not for everyone. But if you want to get in it, you should learn the best things to do so that the program will work at the maximum benefit for you. Now, I'm just saying, when you call me or contact me before you do the things that are discussed above, there's not much for us to talk about except for what you've been going through. And I don't have the time to hear all of that because we don't use any of that in the program. In What you were doing before, you were the defendant. And in my program, you're not going to be the defendant. Now, if you have questions about my package that aren't covered in the instructional video, shoot me an email over at winincourts1@gmail.com. Winincourts with an S and the number 1@gmail.com. And then I'll try to answer your questions. Now, the one thing I want to make sure you guys understand, the 42 USC 1983 Civil Rights Lawsuit package is the best value for both judicial and non-judicial foreclosure. And the reason that is because that lawsuit package is attacking the court and the players for violating your due process rights with the illegal court procedures. You know, the illegal procedures I'm talking about, where they just ignore all of your stuff and move forward with stealing your house. You know what I'm talking about. If you're facing this problem, you know damn well, you know what I'm talking about. Now, one of the things that's really important that I try to share with people, and sometimes I get a little wall on this because people get so emotionally wrapped up in what they're doing that it's not working. One of the things is you cannot connect what you were doing with my program. And just stop and think about it. You cannot connect the two because what you were doing was not helping you protect your property. If it was, then listen to this video. In my non-conventional foreclosure offensive program, you will learn how to hold the court liable for violating your due process rights with the court procedures. And you will learn how to put the person that signed to start the foreclosure against you as the number one defendant on your claim. You'll also need to study how to state a claim. So the best way to do that is to head over to my YouTube channel and search how to state a claim for the how to state a claim playlist. And I think there's 3 or 4 videos in that list. I would suggest you watch them all. And in one of the videos, I provide you guys a PDF that outlines all of the steps that you have to do to state a claim. And that is priceless to use while you're stating your claim that you're going to add to my lawsuit package. So let's talk about the strategies for a second that we're going to use. Just kind of give you an overall idea. Most people that are getting into my program are concerned about the time frame or the short time frame or the short amount of time. And so what we've done is we've structured this program so you can file a lawsuit in the state foreclosure case as a counterclaim after you add the state court judge, the state, and the attorney to your counterclaim. And then you file it back in the state case. And now that's going to create a problem for the players because the judge is now a party to the case. The attorney is now a party to the case. They have to get representation from outside of their law firm. So while they're figuring all that out, you'll be getting your lawsuit filed in federal court. So when you blow up their state case, that'll give you time to get your real lawsuit filed in federal court. Now, I purposely put this in here as a strategical move to get them off of your ass and give you an opportunity to get your stuff filed in federal court. And when you file in federal court, you're also going to add the attorney, you're going to add the state, you're also going to add the judge. And once you get filed in federal court, then you'll be able to move everything, all of that BS they were doing in state court, you will be able to connect it to your federal court case as evidence. Remember, you changed the ball game now. It's not about the foreclosure or whether or not you paid. Now it's going to be about them screwing you over with their illegal court process. And now you're going to show that the court took authority without jurisdiction. And all of that stuff that they were doing, the docket sheet really is all you need to show that you filed this and that, and they just ignored it and didn't answer to it at all. And it just didn't require anything. It just ruled anyway. That's pretty much what happens. And if that's not, somebody send me a message down below and let me know that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry. This process will work for foreclosure evictions as well. Now, I wanted to touch on this because a lot of times people facing this problem are facing the eviction process. And that is one of the reasons why we put this new wrinkle in the strategy where you file the lawsuit first in state court, and all you got to do is change the heading on the top. That's it. And you file and then add the people to it like you have to do. Then you file that in as a counterclaim in there. And the reason you file it as a counterclaim so you don't have to pay. And that messes up their case. Now, this process works great for the foreclosure eviction situation as well. But there is a little bit of a difference. And if you're facing eviction, you will need to add the eviction court judge and the attorney that signed to start all this and the state to the eviction process, and as a counterclaim, just like we talked about. But there's one more thing you have to do in eviction court. You have to move everything out of eviction court over to state court. In most cases, the eviction court is done in municipal court, and municipal court don't have jurisdiction to hear squat. And when you get your municipal court clerk's manual, when you look it up on the internet to see if I know what I'm talking about, you'll find that the municipal court gets its jurisdiction from a city ordinance. Yeah, so they give themselves judicial authority. What the hell? And that's what's going on in traffic court, code, zoning, coding, all of that BS is done in municipal court. Okay, so here's the thing. When you file your stuff in municipal court to block the eviction process, they're going to ignore you. They're going to ignore you because they don't have jurisdiction to hear a title dispute, so your shit should not be in their court in the first place. So they're just going to ignore you. If you wait, you're going to have your shit thrown out in the yard. The eviction court is not going to jam itself up. Yeah, come on now. So what you have to do is you have to remove that process from eviction court over to state court. That's what you have to do. And when you do that, now the ball game's put in the other people's, that's how you do it. And that's the step that most people miss and end up looking at the 10-day eviction and running around doing a bunch of crazy shit. So we need to get this wrapped up. And I wanted to add this in this video, so the people that are considering this program will see that this program was built off of real-time feedback from 600 and something members in one of our Facebook pages. Well, we have 5 pages. We have 5 pages now, maybe 6, and a YouTube channel. So we still get real-time feedback about how these attorneys are trying to skate the issues, and that allows us to do what we're doing here. So I tell people all the time, they don't understand what we're doing, and I tell them, look, if you understood it, you wouldn't need my help. Think about it. It don't make sense to hire someone to help you and then give them a bunch of crap because you don't understand what they're doing and you have no backup plan. So if you don't have a plan B, we better make this work. That's kind of what okay, sorry. The goal is to destroy the state court and get your lawsuit filed in federal court. That's what this goal is. The program, this goal is set up to do. And keep in mind, we're never waiting around for the judge to rule because you're going to be suing the judge in the first place. So that's how this is outlined. So the best way for you guys to work this out would be to figure out if you're facing judicial or non-judicial. Head over to my website at winningcourtnow.com and take a look at your options. And then once you decide an option that'll work best for you, then you should go to my YouTube channel, and I'll leave the link in the description and in the comment section. You can go to my YouTube channel and search for the instructional video playlist, and you can watch the instructional video and see what everything is all about before you even consider making an investment. But I want people to understand what's going on and see what they have to do, because there's nobody to hold your hand over here. Now, I do provide group coaching. It's at my discretion. So, and I don't work with nervous people who complain. I'm just saying, I don't work with nervous people who have fear. I don't work very well with them. So if you have fear, you should park it or call me in a few days when your fear is gone, because I'll detect your fear and then I'll challenge you on it. And people need to understand that when you go to file your stuff, if you have fear, they will smell it a mile away, and then they'll start giving you a bunch of shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you're facing this problem and they're trying to take your property, check out the options you have. We have lawsuit packages. I have an online course for both judicial and non-judicial foreclosure offense, where you can actually train your in-house foreclosure offensive legal team to handle these problems. Or if you're a paralegal, you can use this online course to help other people, just like I'm helping people here now. It is the bomb. So you guys check it all out. Leave me some comments about what you think about my work. And if you're facing this problem, get your ass over to the website and let's roll. And good luck.